Deal? Well, put a tariff on it then. It's steel. I have to say, this visit from the Dodgers was a nice distraction for Trump from the fact that he is busy destroying the world economy. It was another terrifying day on Wall Street. The Dow was down. The S&P was down. Cocaine was up. The S&P 500 has lost more than 10% of its total value since Thursday, costing Americans billions of dollars from their stock portfolios and retirement funds. But here's the thing about Donald Trump. He doesn't care about money. He knows that there are more important things in life, like love.
All right, what's up everybody? Welcome back to the channel, where we cut through the chaos with a healthy dose of humor and a whole lot of truth. Today, we're unpacking one of the wildest mashups of political absurdity, economic disaster, and late-night comedy takedowns you'll ever see. It's got everything. Trump's so-called Liberation Day tariffs, sparking market panic, billionaires crying over lost profits, and yes, even the Dodgers awkwardly smiling their way through a White House visit, while the economy quietly implodes in the background. And then there's Jimmy Kimmel, who absolutely roasted Trump this week, calling out the former president for giving economic advice with all the depth of someone ordering off a Taco Bell value menu. Kimmel didn't hold back, mocking the idea that Trump, a guy who bankrupted casinos and thinks tariffs are magic beans, is now positioning himself as the savior of the working class. We've got fake golf trophies, talk of penguin tariffs, yes, real, and a parody ad for fried chicken so diseased it feels like a metaphor for Trump-era policy. It's hilarious, it's brutal, and it cuts deeper than it should because beneath the jokes there's real fallout, failed leadership, media distraction, and voters stuck footing the bill. So whether you're here for the comedy, the commentary, or just to see if penguin tariffs are actually a thing, grab your popcorn, smash that like button, and let's break this mess down together. Let's go. He's
definitely flipping out. His once loyal gaggle of gazillionaires is turning on him because they're losing so much money. So today he wrote, "The United States has a chance to do something that should have been done decades ago. Don't be weak. Don't be stupid." That's right. Be strong and stupid. Also, don't be a panicking. And then in parentheses, he explains that means a new party based on weak and stupid people. A panicking. Hey, look, I'm not an expert when it comes to the economy, but I am an expert when it comes to nicknames. And panicking is not going to catch on.
In this segment, they absolutely go in on Trump's tariff obsession. And honestly, it's hilarious because it's so painfully real. The man is out here throwing around tariff percentages like he's ordering lunch at a drive-thru. I'll take a 25% on China, a 10% on the EU. And ooh, let's go crazy and slap a 50% on some random penguin island off Antarctica. It's not economic strategy, it's fast food economics. Supersize the chaos, please. And the result? A full-blown financial meltdown. The Dow tanks, the S&P dives headfirst into the concrete, and everyday Americans watch their retirement savings evaporate while Trump spins the economic roulette wheel like he's trying to win a stuffed bear at a carnival. The skit even dubs him slap happy with tariffs, and honestly, that's putting it nicely. He's out here slapping tariffs on everything like Oprah handing out giveaways, except instead of cars, it's inflation, market instability, and pain at the checkout line. But here's where it gets really wild. The satire calls out the fact that Trump's tariff rampage somehow skips over Russia. Like, we're out here taxing penguins, but Putin gets a free pass. Make it make sense. It's so absurd, it sounds like parody, except it's exactly what's happening. This part of the show isn't just funny, it's a brutal reality check. It shines a spotlight on just how reckless, random, and self-serving Trump's trade policy really is. And while he's out golfing, grifting, and bragging about imaginary wins, regular people are stuck dealing with the wreckage. Let's keep going, because the next part, even crazier.
There's no cause for alarm. Be strong. The guy who went bankrupt 6 times is going to steer us through this disaster he created for no reason at all. So far, Panic and Skywalker has wiped out $11 trillion since Inauguration Day. Gone, just into thin air, but at least we won't have tampons in the boys' bathrooms. If you look at it, this chart of the market since Trump took office. You notice anything familiar? Get the market a can of Aquanet quick because... Okay. Remember when he told us to inject bleach? Turns out those were the good ideas. After emptying America's pockets, the president hopped on the jet we pay for. He flew to one of his many golf resorts and spent the weekend winning yet another golf tournament. He posted this video from the golf course. You can see here another hole-in-one from Dear Leader. Not a care in the world. It's good to see him relaxing. Killing the economy can be stressful. You could get... Trump also skipped out on honoring 4 fallen soldiers so he could have dinner at Mar-a-Lago. In his defense, it was fajita night, and it wasn't just any dinner. It was a fundraising dinner for his super PAC, for which he charged $1 million a plate. Who is paying $1 million for more of this? If you want to throw away $1 million, just put it in the stock market. You don't have to give it to him. And of course...
This is the moment where the curtain really gets pulled back, and it becomes painfully obvious that when it comes to priorities, Trump's list starts and ends with himself. I mean, come on. He skips out on honoring fallen soldiers, something that should be the absolute bare minimum for any president, just so he can attend a $1 million a plate fundraiser at Mar-a-Lago. That's not leadership. That's a grift with a dress code. The satire lands hard here by exposing the hollowness behind the bravado. All that tough talk, all those promises, it didn't age like fine wine. It curdled. Turns out, he wasn't predicting disaster if he lost. He was forecasting the chaos he'd unleash himself. The market tanked, retirement accounts got torched, and while regular people were watching their savings burn, he was still posting like he'd just saved the world. And then we dive into the golf obsession. Trump out here, posting victory clips from tournaments held at his own courses, under his own rules, probably with his name on every scoreboard. Like, of course, he won. He's the player, the referee, and the trophy presenter. It's Monopoly with cheat codes. It's delusion with a golf cart. This part of the segment is a masterclass in contrast. While the country deals with real crises, economic, social, and institutional, Trump's out throwing champagne-soaked parties, cashing checks, and living out his fantasy where he's always the hero. The show doesn't just mock the absurdity, it lays it bare.
Stocked the press pool with sycophants from these right-wing media outlets. There were plenty of reporters on hand to tee him up to brag about his win on the golf course.
Are any questions?
How was the golf tournament?
Very good, because I won. It's good to win. You heard I won, right? Did you hear I won?
Yeah.
Just to back it up over there. I won.
What's your handicap
I like
these
to win
days?
very low. I have a very low handicap.
He won again. Of course he won. He gets, anyone who beats him gets deported to El Salvador. But the good news for those who are worried about that we are headed to a recession, if not worse, don't be worried, because our man Don has a plan to make us a lot of money and fast with the new Trump Gold Card.
$5 million. For $5 million, this could be yours. That was the first of the cards. You know what that card is?
Gold card.
It's the gold card. The Trump card, gold card.
When did he turn into the world's sweatiest magician? He wouldn't even fit in your wallet. They give him little art projects to keep him busy sometimes. Today, he threatened to slap another 50% tariff on China. He's absolutely slap happy, and nobody knows why. He reportedly chose the amounts for these tariffs on all these countries himself. They gave him a menu of options, and he personally selected the numbers for each one, like he's ordering off the McValue menu.
From start to finish, this one leans all the way into satirical comedy, with a razor-sharp political edge. It's got that late-night energy, laugh-out-loud funny with just enough sting to leave a mark. Think, stand-up meets a State of the Union, but somehow with penguins paying tariffs and the King of England jamming on a carrot flute. Yes, those are actual jokes, and yes, they land, because the absurdity is the point. The world's gotten so chaotic, the only way to make sense of it is to crank the satire to 11. What makes this work isn't just the humor. It's the way the humor reveals the rot. Every ridiculous punchline hides a nugget of truth. Trump's rigged golf wins. His gold card cult gimmicks, the way he picks economic policies like he's spinning a wheel of fortune. None of it needs exaggeration to be absurd. The comedy just shines a spotlight on what's already broken. And that's why this kind of satire hits so hard. People are exhausted. They're burnt out on spin lies and circus politics. Satire lets us laugh at the madness while still holding it accountable. It's not just comedy. It's therapy for a politically wounded public. And this show knows exactly how to dish it out. Smash that like button, hit subscribe, and be part of the crew that's here for sharp takes and no filter truth. Drop a comment, share it with a friend, or even that one relative who still flashes their Trump gold card like it means something. I'll catch you in the next one.